Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I have been really poorly. I haven't been well mentally at all. I've been really depressed, really low, and I just haven't had the enthusiasm or motivation to sit in front of a camera and talk. I've been low now for about 2.5 weeks. It has felt like months. I think when you're in a depressive state it just seems to go on forever. I've been suffering a lot the last week with panic attacks. I rarely get panic attacks these days. It's almost like a distant memory now. I still get anxious a lot, but with panic attacks it's not something that I have very often anymore. So when I have them again, when they strike, it's quite difficult because I've almost forgotten how to deal with them. The only way that I've dealt with them is one, by trying to take deep breaths and become aware of my breathing, because obviously that really helps, but also resulting in taking diazepam, because for me that's a quick fix. So I wanted to talk about something that happened to me Wednesday night. It's important for me to document this because if I need to look back at dates that things happened on, it's really easy for me to do that on YouTube, just to scroll through and see what my mood was around that particular time. That's one thing that I am loving about YouTube, is the fact that I can document how I'm feeling. And not only that, but it also helps for me to get it off my chest. When I've uploaded a video, it's like a big release for me. So that's why I really enjoy making videos, even if I'm not necessarily in the right frame of mind. It really does help me. So Wednesday night, I got home around 3-4 o'clock and started to cook dinner, just having a normal evening, waiting for my husband to get home and have dinner with him, chill out, watch some YouTube videos and wait for a programme to start which was on TV that evening, which I like watching every night. Around 9 o'clock I sat down to watch I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. So I sat down to watch that at 9, and halfway through, about 9:30, I started to feel a little bit panicky. I tried to sort of brush it off and just concentrate on the TV and not really think or worry about it too much. And I started to get like a sick feeling, feeling really sick and anxious and almost a little bit quivery. So I thought, this must be a panic attack coming on, and I took 2 2mg tablets of diazepam. I sat back down after taking the diazepam, carried on watching the TV. I started to feel quivery and I was feeling really emotional. The last couple of weeks that I've been down, I have been extremely emotional. I started to feel quite weak and it was starting to worry me a little bit. As the night progressed, I suddenly started to become really vulnerable. I felt isolated. I felt like I was alone. Even though my husband was home with me and I had my dog, I just felt really alone and frightened. I really felt like I just wanted my mum. By this time it was 10 o'clock at night and all I wanted to do was to ring her and ask her to come round to my house and just be with me and comfort me. But I knew it was so late and I didn't really want to like disturb her and get her out of her house because it was cold, and I just thought, I just need to get through this. I sent her a text because that just made me feel a little bit better. She didn't respond right away because she was busy, and over that time I started to get myself ready for bed. As I went upstairs, I started to feel really shaky. I was really anxious. I was worried. I felt spaced out. I felt like my breath was getting shorter. My breathing was a little bit erratic. All the feelings I was feeling reminded me of what I felt when I used to live at home, and I used to have massive breakdowns that were awful, and I used to have hallucinations and things like that. So all these feelings I was remembering from what I'd felt in the past, and this sort of set quite a big amount of fear inside of me. I was feeling like I was right on the edge of a massive, severe breakdown. I didn't realise how low or vulnerable I was, and it really scared me even more, realising how low I had really gotten. I didn't know what was going to happen next, whether I was going to suddenly get really worse or whether I was going to get through it. And in my mind I just kept saying, I don't want to end up in hospital, I don't want to end up in hospital. And I was really frightened that that was going to happen. All of this was just adding up inside of me, making me feel more and more worried and anxious and ill. And before I knew it, I started to hyperventilate really badly. While I was hyperventilating, I was having all these flashbacks of when it happened to me before at my parents' house, and I was terrified. I was so frightened. I kind of zoned out. I felt really faint because I was hyperventilating so bad. This went on for about 8 to 10 minutes. When my breathing suddenly started to come back to normal, it was like I was going through this traumatic experience and then it just suddenly slowed down and stopped. And after I had really bad chest pain, I couldn't move. I had like paralysis. I felt disconnected from the world. I didn't really know where I was, and that in itself was really frightening. I was shaking really badly. It was really frightening. After I felt so drained and I couldn't really do anything else but to go to bed, I managed to get myself in bed, put my head on the pillow, and before I knew it I was asleep. I wasn't aware that I was that low, and for me that was scary. And I think sometimes it is hard to know where you are on the scale. I urge you to make sure you get support from your family and friends. Having somebody's support is massive. Get a doctor that can support you, I think, is really important, because it can potentially save lives. I wanted to share that experience with you guys, and I wanted to document it as well. I just didn't know that I was that low, and it's very important that when you are on the depressed side to get enough support and backup plans as you can. I think I am now coming up out of my low. I feel a little bit better since that episode on Wednesday evening. It was weird because we had a storm here in UK, Storm Angus, and it was torrential rain for about 4 days, and that made my mood really bad. Today is the first day that there's actually blue sky outside with sun, and today I feel a lot brighter and I've been able to film this video. Nature works in mysterious ways. We're very much connected to Earth and the elements and what is going on outside. If you need support, make sure you get it. Fight for support, because it's really important. Nobody should be alone going through anything. I hope this video can perhaps be of some help to others. I don't know, but I just wanted to document it and tell you guys what happened and what has been going on with me recently. And yeah, I will see you very soon.